Hi everybody, this is Alan Brooks. It's Sunday, May 14th, I believe, 2018. Just sitting here praying, and I felt like the Lord was saying, inner cities. He says the inner cities have been ignored by most people for a long time, and anything anybody's tried really hasn't worked. But they're going to come up with some innovations, and you're going to see the inner cities become revitalized in this country. In fact, the whole country, the Lord says, is going to be revitalized. The United States is going to become new again. You're going to see old things become new. It's written in the Scriptures, behold, all things become new. Old things have passed away. And the Lord says the enemy has been trying to work so many plans against this nation. The leaders of both parties have betrayed and sold out to other nations. The Republicans haven't cared if massive immigration's taken place because their business partners have wanted it, and the Democrats haven't cared because they know that those people will vote for the Democrat Party. The Lord is revitalizing America, and from top to bottom, He says today, you're going to start to see a revitalization of this country. The inner cities are going to be revitalized. You're going to see problem solving taking root everywhere. The people are going to rise above the past Democrat-Republican paradigm, and they're going to work together to solve problems. Now, the leaders of the country, the deep state people, and the people of the leaders of both parties, they've already been trying to unseat Trump. That's why the leaders like Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell, they haven't really said much to defend Trump, and a lot of Republicans have sat on their hands. And some have actually actively said nothing as Trump has been going through his ordeal because they're hoping he would leave so their own deep state political operatives could take over once again and they could control things. And that's where our country has been. These people, nobody's ever investigated how these leaders of the country have come in with no money and to power in Washington, D.C., and then a few years later they have millions and millions of dollars. They've gotten away with it. And so they want to keep the status quo going, where they've got all this money coming in and going out, and no one ever looks at them. And the Lord says He's going to bring a magnifying glass to the corruptions of this country. He says He's going to bring a magnifying glass to the corruption of Washington, D.C. And you're going to see from top to bottom in every department, there's going to be a magnifying glass. It's like in the Bible it talks about a plumb line, a measuring line of justice coming. And He says this is starting. You're going to see from top to bottom departments trimmed, people being caught in corruption where they're anti-American. From top to bottom, the Lord is doing the revitalization of this country. And you're going to see it. The inner cities are going to be changed. There's going to be a success story, a partnership, public-private partnerships between the minority communities and the white community and the church community and the state community. They're all going to work together because I am releasing a spirit of unity in this country where people are going to say, I'm an American. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat as much as they used to. Even though the upper echelons of these shadow boxers are try to keep the game going. I will release the angels of truth in this country, and the old paradigms won't fly anymore. It'll be like some macabre game of the media trying to mouth the old slogans and ignore what's happening. They've already been doing that. But the average American, the average Joe, is going to see what's happening, and they're going to take heart, and we're going to join hands as one nation under God, individual and under God, as the pledge of allegiance says. because the forces of division have been working a long time. In the Democrat Party especially, they've tried to divide everybody so they could win political power. But the Lord is tired of these types of divisions, of these types of political games, of these types of lies, being supported by a media who is totally on the Democrat Party side pretty much. Even Fox News is in the hands of the political establishment. And so he's bringing a new fresh truth. He's going around the powers that have been, and he's using Trump and his advisors and other people to go around what was the status quo, the conventional wisdom that's been taking place in this country that has led to stagnation, led to people not being heard. He says, in the months to come, I'm going to solve the VA problem in unique and in an innovative way. I'm going to solve the inner city problems. There's going to be so many new things happening in the inner cities that people will marvel. And the media, what's so funny is the media is going to try to suppress all the good news. They're going to try not to report it. They've already been doing that. And they're going to try not to report all the good news coming forth. And the Lord is just going to be so much, it's just going to be it's going to be funny to watch these purveyors of untruths, of propaganda, as what they've been doing in the past. It's going to be really funny to watch them put their hands on the garbage can lid to try and keep the truth from coming forth. And the truth is, America's tired of the political games, of the lies. They just want the facts. And the Lord is releasing a just the facts movement among the media. It will be slow at first, but people will just want the facts. They're tired of the lies. And that's what the Lord says He's doing. He's releasing a revitalization of this country from top to bottom. Every department in the country, in the government, will be changed, and people will be focusing on service and on truth and on doing the right thing for the right reasons at the right time. No more subterfuge. The Lord He's going to be cleaning up these departments that have operated in lies, like the FBI and the CIA and these other departments that have worked against the American people. He's going to bring it all out. He says the secrets will come out. You're going to be surprised, America. A lot of secrets will come out. And you're going to see a lot of leaders are going to be held guilty of treason. The big names are going to be arrested and found guilty of betraying our country. Because the Lord is tired of the duplicity. He's tired of the double dealing, of the lies, of the people, saying one thing and doing another, of operating one way above the surface and beneath the surface another. He says he just wants America to say, yes, your yes be yes and your no be no. That's what the Lord wants for this country. He's bringing back a revitalization of the entire country. It's going to be clean. You're going to see a new movement to see cities clean. You're going to have cleaning brigades in each city. You're going to have people hired by the local governments, and you're going to see America become clean. That'll be a prophetic signal that there's going to be a revival coming where we're going to be clean on the inside. So He's going to clean us first on the outside appearances and in the government realms, and then we're going to see a revival come where people are going to be cleaned up on the inside. And people will see that Jesus Christ is the Lord. And because He's tired of the government and of the news media being anti-Christian and pro-Muslim. He is tired of that, and He's going to see that changed. He's going to see us become one nation under God and the right God. The right God is Jesus Christ. That's not politically correct, but it's the truth. And you're going to see that in this nation. You're going to see a cleanliness movement. The cities are going to become clean. The outward appearance is going to become clean. Washington, D.C. is going to become clean. And you're going to see massive arrests, people. And so take heart. The Lord's telling you in advance that a lot of people are going to be arrested who've gotten away with things. This is all of a sudden, it's going to come to the surface. And all these things that you've been told for the last year, the last 2 years, They're all lies about Trump, about these things that they've been investigating. They're not true. It's going to come out that these people who have been doing the investigating have been dishonest. They've been having powerful forces upon them to find anything on Trump. Anything at all. They've looked from top to bottom, and they won't. And that's really, like I said, that's going to be some sort of prophetic signal of what God's doing. He's going to return us to the 50s, the 1950s. America's going to become Bobby Soxers again. We're going to have drive-up windows. We're going to have a 50s movement where people won't want to have sex before marriage, where people don't want to do drugs, where people want to be clean. This will be from the Lord. And like I said, this is going to be a prophetic signal of what the Lord's going to do in revival time. And I'm going to anoint my Cyrus, Donald Trump, to solve many problems that others have thought were unsolvable. You're going to see them solved. You're going to see a VA solution that's going to blow your minds. You're going to see the inner cities revitalized. You're going to see America's solution-oriented country where people will stop the political bitter infighting, and they'll become a problem-solving nation. And Trump will be the chief problem solver because I've anointed him for this purpose. And you're going to see this. This is what the Lord says this day in May 2018.